How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And Cowboys Nation, I'm sorry I didn't release a video yesterday, but our family got hit with a little bit of emergency. The family pet, my girl Lexi Lulu, had to be put down yesterday. A cat that we have had for 14 years was put down yesterday, so did a little bit of consoling and, we had to tend to that. So my apologies for not bringing out a video, but in this video, we're headed into week 2, Cowboys Nation. We're putting week 1 behind us, and we're headed into week 2. But the thing is, I have a little gripe. I got a bone to pick about week 1 with Brian Schottenheimer's play calling and Dak Prescott's decision making when it comes to 4th down plays. So we're going to talk about that because I'm going to break down a few of the plays that I had issue with during this Raw and Uncut. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
I'm keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation, this is another play that I have an issue with in the 4th quarter. 2 minutes, 47 seconds remaining. The Dallas Cowboys go and shoot for another bomb. I mean, it's 1st and 10. People expect a run on 1st down from the Dallas Cowboys, but they throw it down the field, which the aggression, I like the aggression, but the play call, I don't know if somebody got their route wrong or if this was the actual play call. But a lot of people say that this should have been the play art or was the play art for the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody was going on streak routes. Everybody was going on go balls. And me personally, I believe it was more along the lines of this, where you had Jake Ferguson and Jalen Tolbert in the middle of that formation shooting go routes while CeeDee Lamb does a deep post. What blows up in this play, we're going to go ahead and run the play. What blows up in this play, boom, is right here. Jalen Tolbert gets bumped off of his route, so that delays his route, but also in the middle of the route, he slows down. Then he speeds back up, and he is right there in the middle of the catch for CeeDee Lamb. I understand the drop because there was so much congestion right there, but again, let's go back to the play art. This is what people think that the play was being called, but like I said, this is what I think the play should have been. And honestly, this is what the play looks like it was going to be. Jalen Tolbert should already be clearing that safety out. Jake Ferguson clearing that other safety out to the middle of the field, leaving that post or deep dagger route for CeeDee Lamb to catch the ball, but there's just too much congestion. Right here, you see Jalen Tolbert has his arm out like he even has a chance for the ball. But get the hell out of the way, brother. Get out of the way. But at the same time, CeeDee Lamb needs to come down with that. These are the plays that I don't like, that need to be cleaned up. But I'm going to show you another play that really pushes my buttons, Cowboys Nation, that really shows me that Dak Prescott really needs to check the ball down. He needs to take what the defense gives him. Let's go ahead and take a look at that clip. All right, Angry Cowboys fan family. This is one of the plays I'm talking about. In this play, it's the start of the 4th quarter. It is 3rd and 10, so they need to get the 1st down. But I want you to take a look at the play art real quick. Let's go ahead and roll it. Here go to play art. You're going to have Kevontae Turpin go in motion and then hit a streak with CeeDee Lamb hitting that dagger route. That dagger route, what he's supposed to do is find the sticks and just hit that dagger route into the middle of the field. The ball is going to be on its way before he even gets to his destination. But if you look down in the backfield with Javonte Williams, you will have Javonte Williams going out to the flats with Jake Ferguson being a lead blocker. The only person that they have to beat is, I believe, Cooper DeJean, but you have Jake Ferguson blocking Cooper DeJean. This could have been a first down or at least put the Dallas Cowboys in field goal range. So let's go ahead and look at the play. Bam. Cooper DeJean knocks Kevontae Turpin off of his route. He knocks him completely off of his route, delaying that streak and causing a little friction within the entire play. But take a look at Javonte Williams and Jake Ferguson down there. Look how alone they are. Look at that. You can't tell me that if you get that ball out to Javonte Williams with Jake Ferguson being the lead blocker and the next Eagles defender at the 40-yard line right here, you can't tell me that Javonte can at least get this ball to the 45 to give Brandon Aubrey a little bit of chance to put a leg behind a field goal attempt. But considering what happens in the outcome of this play, a drop by CeeDee Lamb, the Dallas Cowboys are going to have to look at punting the ball this time. But this isn't the only play where a check down would have been crucial, Cowboys Nation. I'm going to show you a different play where it could have been crucial, and that was the fourth down play. That was the turnover on downs for the Dallas Cowboys. So we're going to get into that one real quick. All right, Cowboys Nation, this play is the issue that I have with Dak Prescott and with Brian Schottenheimer's play calling for the Philadelphia Eagles game. It is 4th and 3. 2 minutes remaining in the game. And what do the Dallas Cowboys call? What does Dak Prescott go for? They go for a 20 to 30 yard bomb to CeeDee Lamb when we only needed 3 yards for the first down. So we're going to take a look at the play art, what the play is actually going to look like. This is what the play art is. You're going to have Kevontae Turpin go in motion, then he's going to do a quick 5-yard in route with Jake Ferguson going on a 10-yard in route, and you have the rub routes with CeeDee Lamb here and George Pickens up at the top of your screen. Let's go ahead and watch the play as it unfolds. Kevontae Turpin goes in motion. Dak Prescott sees a little bit of coverage protection that he needs, some slide protection that he needs, his offensive line as well as his running back to pick up on, and the play commences. Boom. No rub route between CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. No rub between them two. That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. Let's go back a little bit further. There is no rub action between the defenders up at the top, and for some reason they go for a 30-yard bomb on 4th and 3. Why are we going for a bomb on 4th and 3, Cowboys Nation? Just get the 3 yards and keep the sticks moving. That's all you gotta do. Get the 3 yards, keep the sticks moving. At that point, the Dallas Cowboys, I believe, had 3 timeouts. If they didn't, they had 2. All you needed to do, move the sticks, get a fresh set of downs, and then continue to go. You don't want to leave any time on the clock for Jalen Hurts and that damn Philadelphia Eagles offense to march down the field and get a field goal to tie the game up and to bring it into overtime. Get the 3 yards. Let's go ahead and go back to the field so I can talk to you guys more about it in depth. All right, Cowboys Nation, y'all seen the plays that I broke down. You see the gripe. You hear the gripes that I have when it comes to the play selection, as well as the selection that you choose on the field to throw it to. There were times in that game where we did not have to go for that 30-yard bomb, where we could have checked the ball down, got a first down, and continued to march down the field. I know during the first half of that game, the Dallas Cowboys offense was unstoppable. I mean, we scored on every single drive during that first half. The second half, whew, Brian Schottenheimer, you're going to have to do better, because the thing is, Defensive coordinators are going to adjust at halftime. You have to predict that. You have to know that they're going to adjust, and you adjust along with them. Come out of the half with a different play calling scheme, with different plays, so that you get the jump on the defense that you're facing. This week, we faced the New York Football Giants, and judging from what they did against the Washington Commanders, the Dallas Cowboys should have no problem going into AT&T Stadium and handing them yet another L, giving us a dub so we can be at 500. Because Cowboys Nation, I'll tell you the truth, don't nobody want to go under 0-2 in their division. These are two division matchups, Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Football Giants. Do you want to go 0-2? Nah, Cowboys Nation, we can't afford that. So what I'm talking about, we need to go into this game focused. We need to go into this game not thinking that it's the New York Football Giants, but thinking that it's the Philadelphia Eagles. The New York Football Giants have a mobile quarterback in Russell Wilson as well, and I believe he's going to be getting the start this week. So how are we going to combat that? Because we didn't combat it at all against the Philadelphia Eagles. How are we going to contain Russell Wilson? And don't get it twisted, Russell Wilson is he is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, but he is not the Super Bowl winning quarterback that we're facing. He's much older, less mobile, but the thing is, he can still run. So we have to do something in order to contain him. We have to do something in order to contain Malik Neighbors. And the way that the Dallas Cowboys defensive backs put A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith in cuffs, we're going to have to continue that in week 2 and beyond. Because right now, I feel that this Dallas Cowboys linebacking core is missing the spark plug. And that spark plug, Agent Zero, DeMarvion Overshown. Once DeMarvion Overshown gets back and we have Marist Leofau and DeMarvion Overshown on that field, rest assured, Cowboys Nation, we are going to have two players that can run from sideline to sideline, that can chase these mobile quarterbacks, that can fill those gaps in the run, that can do their damn job. Right now, we're struggling at it, Cowboys Nation, and we can't afford to let the New York Football Giants come into AT&T Stadium and run the ball all over us. We limited Saquon Barkley. We have to limit the New York Football Giants' rushing attack as well as Russell Wilson's rushing attack. Because you know that they're looking at this Dallas Cowboys defense and they're seeing what was susceptible to them against the Philadelphia Eagles. We can't have that, Cowboys Nation, so we're going to have to clean that up. I don't know about a spy. I don't know if you want to actually give a spy on the defense because that takes somebody away from coverage. That's the thing that we have to worry about, Cowboys Nation. And with Matt Eberflus running zone the entire game, there was zero man-to-man coverage in the Philadelphia Eagles game. Him running zone? Can he afford to have a spy on Russell Wilson? Can he afford to have a spy on a Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels? We face a ton of mobile quarterbacks this year, and we are going to have to get it straightened out on our defense to be able to contain the run as well as contain the quarterback design plays, Cowboys Nation. But overall, the gripe that I have with Brian Schottenheimer's play calling and Dak Prescott's selection of the receivers that they want to go to is this past game against the Philadelphia Eagles, it just seemed like CeeDee Lamb was spammed again, like the hashtag went out all over again. Spam Lamb. We got George Pickens for a reason. And the thing is, I'm going to make a video on this. You got to keep George Pickens and Jalen Tolbert's head into the game, because if you continue to feed CeeDee Lamb without really giving them any type of targets, Cowboys Nation, do we really want to do that? Do we really want to have a crash out George Pickens on our hands? Or do we want to give him the targets necessary for him to be happy in this locker room? I would take being happy in the locker room. But what would you take, Cowboys Nation? We're going to talk about it in the comments section. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, I love my man Dak Prescott. You know I love Brian Schottenheimer, what he is bringing to this offense, to this entire team. But damn, be selective on your play calling when it's 4th and 3. Be selective on what you put out there on a 4th and 3. Safety valves are required. Those two in routes from Jake Ferguson and Cavante Turpin, Come on, y'all. You're not having a running back leak out the backfield, so you have to do something to have a check down, and there was no check downs during that play. You gotta have that, Cowboys Nation. Let's not start throwing 30-yard bombs on a 4th and 3. Just pick up the damn first down and continue to go. But what do y'all think about it? I really want to know what y'all gotta say so y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and you want to help the channel reach its current goal of 20,000 subscribers, drop a like on this video and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and you can't wait till week 2 so we can get up on 1-1 with the scoreboard and the standings, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdowns, or Madden 26 and College Football 26 gameplay. Cowboys Nation, y'all know I go to bat for Dak Prescott. Y'all know that's my dude. Y'all know I run with the players on this team. But when I see something that can be corrected, I gotta call it out, Cowboys Nation. Dak Prescott had a really good game, a great game for coming off of a season-ending injury, but I believe that him and Brian Schottenheimer can get together to scheme this team to where they're getting more completions, more yardage, and it's making everybody on the team look good. Brian Schottenheimer, stop calling go balls and putting 3 wide receivers in the same vicinity because you're only going to bring the defense over to where you want the ball to go. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Rest in peace, Lexi Lulu. Rick, make sure you take her out for a walk. And I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.